Well, hello friends. I am equally excited and astonished to say welcome to my YouTube channel. This has been something on my mind and in my heart for a very long time now, even a couple of years. So welcome to my very first YouTube. I meant to film this in my office, but it's a very cloudy day, so you may see a dog or two or three or four walk into the shot. But hello, my name is Lisa Lyons. I am a wedding and event planner in the Orlando area this is my 21st year. Have loved every single year, all of the ups, downs, twists and turns. Orlando and the wedding industry have served me very, very well. And it was most recently, within the last 3 years, that I have become an etiquette coach and advisor, and I love that so much as well. So here on this channel, I hope to share a lot of wedding tips, advice, and all the things in between for both you as an engaged couple, and maybe if you're a wedding professional looking for some secret sauce there as well. And of course, interweaving not just wedding etiquette, but etiquette in large business, social, children's, dining, you name it, I'm going to share it. So I thought I would kick off my YouTube channel with giving you a few, maybe more than a few, fun facts about me. For the fun facts, I think I mentioned I have been a wedding and event planner for 21 years this month, and I can hardly believe it. I'm very proud to say that my very first couple, they're still married, and I think I'm almost ready to do their children's weddings, and that's wild. Okay, I also grew up, and I am from the Bronx, New York. I'm not sure if you could have guessed that, but it's true. If you fly me up to New York and I hang around with enough former high school friends or family, it's gonna slip. I am a self-professed and admitted late bloomer. I just didn't know exactly what I wanted to do when I was 18 or 19 years old, or 20 or 25. In fact, I started the business nearing my mid-30s. Okay, here's another fun fact. I am chronically overdressed all the time. I think I've been like that my entire life. You'll have to ask my mom, but I'm sure that she will concur. Fun fact is I have naturally curly hair. And when I say curly, I mean extremely curly hair. I go through great lengths and extensions to hide the curls. I am a dog lover. To know me is to know that dogs have got to be a part of my life. I went through a very sad stretch about 5 or 6 years ago where I lost 2 senior dogs within 2 years of each other, and that was the first time that I had ever been without a dog. And it took me only 1 month after that to get Fred Rogers, my beagle, and I love him so much. My love for dogs is so strong that it nearly paralyzes me. I love dogs so much. And now we have 4, and it's my fault. I am a royal enthusiast. At any chance, I will turn on BBC with the hopes of finding any royal updates. I follow every British channel that you can possibly subscribe to. I'm obsessed now with Queen Mary of Denmark. I just love all things royal, all things protocol. That's been in me for a very, very long time. I have 2 children. They are adults now, and when I started the business, my youngest one was 2 years old, but we are as close can be. My husband and I live in Winter Park, Florida. That is a little suburb of Orlando, quaint, historic city. We love it here. We're just 3 miles from downtown. I think we're in the perfect spot in Florida. We love it here. We met here. And we most recently bought some land in Upper Michigan, right next to Traverse City, and we are planning to build a summer home there. I love musical theater. If I go to a concert or a Broadway show or a touring Broadway show, I am both, probably equal parts, looking and absorbing the show, and I'm looking up, around, behind, and in between, looking at rigging and set production. I think that has always lent itself to my approach when I work with my clients in design and production, and I'm just fascinated by the whole process. I found ultimately true love at almost 50 years old, proving it can never be too late. Mr. Lyons is the perfect fit for me. I mentioned my 2 children, and my ex-husband Mark and I are still very good friends. In fact, we still spend, since the year 1989, every single Christmas together. He and Mr. Lyons are good friends. My family and his were also quite integrated, but I will say Mr. Lyons is the perfect fit for me. Okay, last fun fact, and not many people know this, and some people do, but I studied dance my whole life. I was a classically trained dancer, and specifically with ballet, and love ballet and still do. I did get a scholarship to Ballet Hispanico, which is in Manhattan in New York City, and I remember I have the fondest memories of going to Capezio, which is, you know, where you get your pointe shoes and your ballet shoes from, which was right next to Lincoln Center. And a fun fact about that is I am 6 degrees of separation from Jennifer Lopez, because we were at Ballet Hispanico at the same time, but you know, we went our different ways, and I think we can see who benefited from the most rewarding career here. At any rate, I have shared several fun facts with you, but if there's something I didn't touch on and something you want to know, I hope that you'll leave them in the comments. I hope to do a question and answer with you sometime soon, and if I think of any more fun facts, I'll be sure to share. But most importantly, thank you so much for joining me on this very first YouTube video. I am insanely nervous, but also insanely excited that you're here. If you do me the biggest favor, I'd be ever so grateful if you hit subscribe and then follow for more. I intend on posting regularly, and then as I get more comfortable with this and the content begins to flow, I will definitely have a structured schedule, and I can't wait to see you in my next video. Bye.